Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Hunter x Hunter 116. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out Patreon to get roughly 20 episodes ahead or so. Check out, it should say on the screen how many episodes ahead we are. Get that many episodes ahead. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. Big recap.
Yeah, really.
2 minutes of recap.
It's okay. This is like literally the fattest recap. This is Naruto.
It's recapping the whole show.
I was gonna say if we pause and we watch all that recap for nothing. Revenge, X, and X recovery. I hope that means recovery of this poor girl who did nothing wrong.
It's so creepy, Dr. Blythe.
Just like in full-on surgery.
pitouにはゴンの言葉は耳に入らず、頭の中は現状をいかに乗り切り、かつ王の命を全うするか、その回答に向かって働いていた。
小麦を守る。何としても。おかしい。
一歩引いて見ていたキルアが異常に気づく。
なぜ敵である俺たちを目の前にして戦態勢に入らない。オーラすらまとっていない。あれじゃ同じ。
Can't use Nen while healing.
Still really physically strong, but
いや、ありえない。ゴンがみなぎらせているオーラは以前とは違う。
it's like looking all
ピト
freaky.
で神で対抗できるレベルじゃない。ならば間合いか。この距離ならば相手が仕掛けてきても発動させ迎え撃てるという自信。それならばあり得る。なぜだ。そうは見えない。あれはそうだ。あれはまるで母親のよう。身を挺して守っているような。
All you Lindsay's gonna cry just from that.
そんなやつじゃない。なぜちっちゃは。
中のことはお主らが判断せい。
あんな意味しない。
I like how even he's using that as a piece of his
必
thing.
死で抗っている時、ゴンの瞳には少女の姿と壊されたカイトがいた。
That's what he thinks is happening.
Oh no.
その人から離れろ。
No.
その人から離れろって言ってるんだ。
Let's just have a conversation about this.
俺勝負してカイトを。
上に向けた手のひらことを示す精一杯の所作であり、キルアはそれを知っていた。
Lack of malice.
Stressful. It was a gesture Killua recognized, but GON did not. Just-
頼む。待ってくれ。
Oh my god.
Just pissing him off even more.
思わぬ無抵抗にゴンは 感情の土の卸しどころを失っていた。
building it up and building it up.
一方現状をほぼ把握しつつあり、それは
任務以外のことは何も知らん。
あれは知らされていなかったことがあったというのは十中八九。ドラゴンダイブ、ドラゴンヘッドを使って王を護衛軍から分断させること。知らなかったのは彼女がいること。いや、おそらくこの女こそ俺たちの誰も存在を知らなかった。
The one that he was freaking out and thinking that there was this whole time.
これもおそらくだけど傷つけることになった原因。
Putting it all together.
そんな異常な行動を。それは彼女が王にとって特別だから。彼女は今壊されているんじゃない。
Better hurry up and tell GON this.
直されてるんだ。全オーラをそれに集中させなければ出せない能力なんだ。
It's this really powerful ability to be able to do all that crazy
マイナ
stuff.
スの効果しか与えないことを彼は痛感していた。
It's the perfect opportunity to kill her, but
It's
it's komugi.
もう何でも言うことを聞くから。だから待ってくれ。僕はどうしてもこの人を助けなくちゃいけないんだ。
it's so out of character for Pitou as well. It's just like the one job. This is the job of your lifetime.
助け何でもお前の言う何でもってキルは俺が聞いてるんだ。助けなくちゃって何。
極限まで張り詰めた空気の中でピトーが選択した答えは、
この人は僕の大切な方が大切にしている人です。
偽らないことであった。
Narrators.
この人がいたから王はいなくなったら王は王でなくなる。それほどの。だから僕は助かればそれでいい。彼女を治した後は望む通りにする。だから待ってくれ。
助けたいってこと。助けなくちゃって出るってこと。
Oh my god.
お前らの言う通りになんか。
ゴン、ちょっと待て。を傷つけたのはおそらく俺たちの方だ。ドラゴンダイブ。それでピトーが今その子を治療してるっていうのも。だから待とう、治療が終わるまで。おそらく多分で待つって。こいつが俺の望み通りにするってのもおそらくか。おそらく多分本当。ふざけるな、ふざけんなよ。どうかしてんじゃないのか。こんなやつの言うこと信じるのか。信じられるわけないだろ。望むならば右腕もそれでも足りなければ両の足も。
療が終わった後で泣きを起こすかもしれないと思うならば支障が出ない範囲で僕を壊してくれて構わないから彼女を助けさせてくれ。
Oh my.
Oh god.
Just completely different.
This red, drippy aura.
Yeah. It's not gonna be enough at this point. Maybe. He just keeps getting like whipped up and then like it's just like
キルアはいいよね。冷静でいられて関係ないから。
Yeah, what a thing to say, right? To killua.
てめえがテンパってるから言ってやってんだろうが。カイトを取り戻すんだろう。狩りしろやってね。ああ。もう大丈夫。
Yeah, you really look like it.
Sad.
時間は
3、4時間はかかると思う。
ダメ
I
だ。
don't want to wait
待
that
てな。
long.
1時間あれば重大な危機を乗り切れるところまでは直せる。お願いだ、頼む。
1時間したら俺と一緒にページに行き元に戻してもらう。約束するか。
必ず約束する。
1時間ここで待つ。
And you know he's counting the fucking milliseconds on that timer.
It's the shot from the ending.
Yeah. Killua left.
Oh shit.
He's gone. So, what do you think of this episode?
This is one of the most stressful episodes of my life. I mean, I'm glad everything's like kind of good for now, but GON is just. This is like the maximum display of his problematic behavior up until this point.
Yeah, it's this episode is confirmation of all of our
Our ramblings.
all of your ramblings over the last like 116 episodes about how he's a complete, you know, psycho, basically.
And it's so shitty and shitty for Killua as well. And it's I feel like there's a lot to say about it. it's complicated because the whole thing is so hypocritical as when Gon says, here's the thing, because they could just attack Pitou anyways and kill them both solely based on the fact that this girl is important to the king and they don't know her, they've never talked to her, she could be equally as dangerous to them, they don't know anything about her, so that would be validation enough to just be like, if once being told she is important to the king and without her the king will be completely different, it'll destroy him basically. So even that could be like, you wanna know what, she was already dying, we'll let that happen. That would be completely valid. Except instead of thinking about it that way, Gon is immediately like, how dare you, I don't care who you think is important because you killed someone and like fucked them up that I thought was important. And it's like, what the, so it's only, so anyone is only, and it's like, this is this whole thing. It's like people's lives are only valuable if Gon personally cares about them or feels empathetic to them or feel like he has to have a positive opinion of them in some degree, or else they literally can die and it is of zero consequence, you know? And it's there's not like, I guess what I'm saying is not that like they should kill her on purpose as like part of their plan, but you can look at it in the way of like, okay, we're gonna sacrifice this one girl
for the greater good,
save the entire world.
Yeah.
And that, especially in another show where there's not like everyone's kind of weird and like killing people and doing all kinds of unethical things, that is like still a very, very difficult decision, but something that is valid, and they wouldn't be like evil beyond belief.
It's a tactical argument, but Gon's not making tactical decisions.
And it's Killua just puts it all together. And at first what's interesting about it is that Gon doesn't understand the situation. He thinks that she's being turned basically into like Kite, and he's like, I have to stop this. I have to protect her. I have to save her.
Yeah.
And then immediately upon hearing that she's being saved right now, it's like, screw her.
Yeah.
Why should I? It's so interesting that at first he's like, get away from her, and like trying to save her, and then he immediately switches it up. Once that's not once he's not the one doing the saving, once his enemy is doing saving, he's like, get out of here with that. I don't give a shit. And then he forgets the entire objective. Like Kilo was saying, like they came here to defeat Pitou, yes, but they find themselves in a unique situation where they don't have to beat Pitou and then be like, hey, help us with Kite. They can just ask that as like, you know, a favor for this. But he completely forgets, and like, because Pitou can't use Nen right now, like one punch could probably be enough, you know?
One jajanken could kill.
Especially
could kill
how amped up he is and he's having all this crazy aura going on. Like, one punch from Gon, that would be the end.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get Kite back. And it's like it's his classic thing of just like completely tunnel vision and like losing focus of everything else, even though his entire reason that he's feeling this way is because of Kite, but he still it's like so in it for him, like in the moment and in like just his own like feelings about it, that he doesn't even take Kite into consideration at all. He completely forgets, you know? It's so interesting.
This is what Wing was afraid of. This is literally the exact situation that Wing was thinking
and it's like,
when he's like, I think I've created a monster.
And it's like what we were talking about, was it last time or in the discussion recently, where it's like he's a kid, a very emotionally unstable kid who has very weird like morals and like just has these meltdowns about stuff, but he is so powerful. It's like if you gave a toddler with no sense of real right or wrong or like other people and you
a gun
and you just gave them the ability that when they didn't like something they could just destroy it.
Yeah.
You know? It's It's so messed, and the fact that he said that to Killua too is really messed up.
It's easy
and
for you since you don't care. You're so calm.
when his whole thing, and he's just been so nice and always telling Killua, like, he was the one convincing Killua that he did care. And then now that Killua has like fully accepted himself and like, you know, all the parts of himself,
trying to pass it on,
and he has accepted that he is capable of good and isn't like just ruined by his past and can only ever be an assassin that like doesn't care about anything. Now that he has like really come into his own as a person, then he just gets like smacked in the face.
Yeah.
And especially not only like, because they've done a lot for each other, because that's the whole thing of like, that's what friends do, you know, like but like Killua would follow Gon anywhere.
Yeah.
And the reason that
he followed him here.
Yeah.
He followed him literally into hell.
He literally
Kite said hell is ahead of us, and Killua was like, bet.
Yeah, and it's just like, and it's frustrating because it's like, yeah, it's like a classic thing of he's the most loyal person, and then Gon just like takes it way too far.
Yeah, their relationship in this moment is pretty one-sided. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Gon can be like, hey, Killua, let's like do this, and Killua, even if he's like, and the thing is, he's not even telling Gon not to here just because of himself. It's because he knows that like usually that like he doesn't want Gon to make a mistake and then regret it after.
Yeah.
But then he gets treated like.
And because he's learned from Gon that this is the right thing to do. Like he's you know, he's taken that, and it's because he's changed because of Gon's influence. Now he knows what he thinks is right, and he's going with that, and he knows that Gon would normally think that this is the right move. But the fact that it just doesn't matter, it's just like, oh well, you don't care anyway. This doesn't even concern you. Like,
yeah,
why,
it's like, yeah, he's like, oh well, you don't care. It's like, what, like Kite wasn't like just as important to him as he was to you, like nothing.
You met him one time when you were 5, and then we, you know, risked our lives together, and I saved your life, and you think I don't fucking care?
Like, yeah, it's so, and like, yeah, it's
just temper tantrum, and that's the thing is like, you know, that's the problem is it's volatile, and it, you know, maybe it who knows, like in 5 years are they gonna hate each other because of this? Probably not. Like it's
yeah,
but it's just such a
well,
fucking...
and even the thing, it's like, are they gonna hate each other after this? But it's like, and maybe Gon could even out, or maybe this is just how he is, and as he gets older, it will get worse. Like,
yeah.
And why would Killua, who has like now become like he like is just a very solid, like he's very solid in himself. Why would you want to hang around someone who's behaving like a baby and like causing all kinds of problems? You know, like that Gon at the beginning is like someone that you really want to be around. He's like the sun. He's like he just makes everything around him better. And now it's like, you're not making anything better. You're ruining it. You're there's other options here, and you're just ignoring them.
Yeah. It's just because he's upset. It's just
it is
he's
because
having a temper tantrum.
he's upset, but it's like I was saying. It's like, yeah, he like just, yeah, he's just not able to regulate his emotions, and that's really dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, and now we're waiting here for an hour, and Killua is gone. He left.
I don't know where he's gonna go, or what he's like. What? Like, I don't think he's just gonna leave.
Well, if he does, he just calls up his grandpa and just leaves.
His grandpa's still outside. He's like, yeah, let me hitch a ride home with you. He could go and help in the fight against Youpi. Because it's just Knuckle now.
We shall see. I don't even know. Maybe I'll keep this in the last episode. But yeah, that's the thing as well. Like, people don't... That usually catches people really by surprise. So I think I wonder what people think about your reaction to it, because that's usually like a big like, what? Like, this is how he thinks.
Gon was gonna be like that.
Like, I knew he was gonna be pissed. He's been getting pissed, but like a lot of people just it really, they weren't expecting it. A lot of people weren't expecting this reaction. But you fully were. Like, you were... I've
been anticipating this since, like, day one.
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe going to be, like... I was suspecting him and Killua would have a falling out over it. I thought that it was going to possibly turn violent between the two of them. at first. So this is actually like the best case scenario of what I thought this was like beyond all of my wildest dreams of what I had like hoped for this situation. So that's like I didn't really talk about that. It's like I thought there was for sure gonna be some deaths here. I thought that Gon was just like gonna like not care, and he almost did like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But it is crazy, and it's also crazy to me that people like wouldn't notice it, and I guess
I didn't notice it.
It's just, I guess it's crazy to me because it's like something that I notice the most, you know? Like, it's constant, and like leading up to this, I was like dreading it the entire time. But I do think it would be interesting. I can see how like if you just like weren't picking up, like, because I think the thing is with Gon, it's like once you see it, like whether it's early on or in the middle or closer till now or right now, it's like once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't just be like, oh, he's completely innocent, and he's just doing this, oh, he's just really passionate. Like once you see like the deeper problems and issues that are there with him, it's constantly present, so you just keep noticing it more and more and more. Yeah,
like you haven't been reading the comments, but all the comments have been like, every time we've talked about this, or every time like we see the brain scan, or the whole Beanolt thing, and how that, you know, it's like all of these things are constantly like, he's not normal, and like you kept picking up on that, and everyone was surprised. They're all just like, wow, like I didn't even think about, you know, how that it was that they came back this far, that like it was all contributing to that. Most people didn't really put it together, one because the series is so long, two because I think that because a lot of people watch this after Naruto, or you know, around the same time when it's like a lot of people's like first anime, they don't think about that. They don't think that a character will turn into this, you know, like Naruto has moments like this for sure, you know, but it's not played the same way, and it doesn't have the same weight. It goes
back to what we were talking about before of how in something like Naruto, the thing that Naruto is fighting back is his own emotions, is his shadow, is whatever, but it's also like a fox demon, a separate thing from himself that it is like the source of his power and can be used for good once he becomes control of his emotions. But he's like on the journey to like you know, accept himself and like control that. But Gon isn't. He doesn't care about like looking into himself or anything like that. He's just like fully in the moment. Mm-hmm. So he's not like having these things of like a crisis of like, what if I'm a bad person? I don't want to hurt my friends. Yeah. This and that. He's just like, what happens. Mm-hmm. Well, of course he would feel bad and would never want to hurt his friends or like hurt people, like, you know, when he's just in his normal state. But when he's not in his normal state, he can do anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Excellent episode. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.